welcome to my channel The Right Direction. Now I'm going to speak about the topic the causes of industrial sickness. What is sickness? Sickness refers to weakness that industry never function, time will come, it will be destroyed or it will be completely closed. And what are the reasons responsible for this? There are various reasons responsible for this. For industrialization, though you know that for displacement or anything, maybe climate change, everything is responsible for the closeness of industry. And what is that? These are two things are responsible. One causes is external causes, another is internal causes. What is causes refers to change of policies. What is government is sometimes changing in policies, making new things, and for this purpose the industry will be sickness. That means if you follow the previous patterns, no industry, most of the industry are now abolished, are now completely closed. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପାଇଁ ଯଦି ଦେଖାଯିବ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟର ନିୟମ ଦ୍ୱାରା ବହୁତ କିଛି ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି କ୍ଲୋଜ୍ ହେଇଗଲାଣି because of a policy. That means the policy making the policy which is responsible for the sickness of industry. Another is a lack of necessary inputs. What is that necessary inputs? Remember, if you never provide the requirement things, definitely it will weaken. And what is that? Necessary input are land, labor, capital and organization. These four things are essential to run an industry, to run the industry in a proper, pure and perfect way. Then lack of demand of product. The industry which want to manufacture, that has some demerits arises if it is not following the norms, or if it is beyond eco-friendly, or it is beyond human consumption. So definitely it will be a negative point for the closeness of the industry. Then another thing is strike and unrest. Definitely most of the times what we find in industry, you find there is always strike and unrest. Why? Because not paying to the wages to the labor, or somewhere else it affects to the local area, maybe that is climatic problem, maybe anything, or maybe destroying, degrading the environment. These are the things responsible for strike and unrest. And shortage of funds. Remember, cut your coat according to the cloth. आमे कौन करिया हमरो कोट पोशाक हिसाब रे कपड़ा हिसाब रे पोशाक तैयार करिया. But if you go beyond, definitely shortage arises. The fund will, if one shortage arises, we cannot recover it. आमे आपको केबे भरपाई करबानी, because industry demands huge amount of money, not like 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh. It demands, if it weakness, if you reshuffle, remodel, crore and crore rupees are required. So that's why definitely there is the shortage of funds. Then natural calamities. If in that particular area natural calamities like a cyclone or avalanches or maybe any kind of earthquake happen, definitely we find it will be a bad sign for the industry, and industry definitely sick causes. Then shortage of manpower. Remember, if you want to run an industry, we require the particular amount of people, particular amount of skilled labor, particular amount of intelligent people who will run. That means from management point of view, from business point of view, from working point of view. I mean management को देखिले, business को देखिले, working को देखिले, सबू क्षेत्र देखिले, we require manpower. Without manpower, we cannot go further. Then marketing constraints. If marketing is not happen, suppose your Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or that Slice, Maja, they are now, they were in established situation, also Tata Gluco, because they were making the marketing everywhere. All the people know. That means through marketing, this area is in the area of, or the era of, the age of, ebe jo jugota chalchi, it is the propaganda because of social media. जेहेतु सोशल मीडिया रे हम जदि मार्केटिंग को न करि परिबा, प्रचार और प्रसार न करि परिबा, यार किछि मूल्य रहिबनी. हम सब बेले we will face the failure, we will face the difficulty, and definitely we will weaken the industries. These are the external causes, but now we will go to what are the internal problems. These are also responsible. That means lack of good management. Remember, everywhere there is management difficulties, management problem arises. If we employ the uneducated people, unworthy people, not uneducated, that means we know one a term, ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛୁ ଯେ full stream, ତା ଅର୍ଥ କ'ଣ, sometimes an unworthy person deserve the worthy place. ଜଣେ ଅଯୋଗ୍ୟ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିକି ଆମେ ଯଦି ଯୋଗ୍ୟ ସ୍ଥାନରେ ବସାଇବୁ ତାହେଲେ ତାର କ'ଣ ମ୍ୟାନେଜମେଣ୍ଟର ସିକନେସ୍ ଆରଇଯାଏ। ଏମିତି ବହୁତ କିଛି କଲେଜ ଅଛି, ବହୁତ କିଛି ଇନଷ୍ଟିଚ୍ୟୁଟ୍ ଅଛି, ସେଗୁଡ଼ାକ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପାଇଁ ସବୁ ମାତ୍ରାରେ ବହୁ ମାତ୍ରାରେ ୱିକ୍ ହେଇଗଲାଣି। That is also an industry, but they were not sure about. They were running the industry on their own way. ସେମାନେ ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛା ମନମୁଖୀ ଚଲାଉଛନ୍ତି, ଯେଉଁଥିରେ କି ପିଲାଙ୍କ ରେଜଲ୍ଟ ଖରାପ ହେଉଛି। ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିର ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ସେଇ ଟାଇପ୍ର ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିର ୱାର୍କର ଆସୁନାହାନ୍ତି, because they are not getting the sufficient amount of things. Their problem is not solved. So this is the condition of the managing director or the MD or the HR manager. If they are efficient, they will run the industry in a proper way. So another thing is poor implementation. Remember, policy is made. One thing is here, if you want to do an organization, if you want to make it prosper, you must confine with rules and regulations. ଆମେ ଏଠି ପକ୍ଷପାତିତା କରିବା ନାହିଁ ବା ତୋଷାମତି କରିବା ନାହିଁ କିମ୍ବା କୌଣସି ଆତ୍ମୀୟତା ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିବା ନାହିଁ। If you will do such things, definitely it will be a bad sign for the industry. ଧର ମୁଁ ରହିଲି ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି, ମୁଁ ମୋ ପରିବାରର ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଆଣି ରଖିଦେବି। That is, if they were not sufficient, they were not, but they were trying to take the money, but no development, definitely it will derail. Sometimes the government is also doing such mistake and employing the people which were, no, it is not the fault of the government, but the organization, but the recruiting agency, those who are doing this thing, there it is completely vague. ଏଇମାନେ ଯେଉଁ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ରିକ୍ରୁଟ୍ ଦେଉଛନ୍ତି, ଯାହାଦ୍ୱାରା କମ୍ପାନୀ ବା ଦେଶ ଏମିତି ସବୁ ଡିରାଇଟ୍ ହେଇଯାଉଛି। ଦେନ୍ ମାର୍କେଟିଂ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍, ଡେଫିନେଟଲି ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ମାର୍କେଟିଂ ଉପରେ ଗୁରୁତ୍ୱ ଦେବା କଥା, ବଟ୍ वी आर नॉट गिविंग, because there is transportation, there is a lack of communication. We should try to make certain things in a better and pure and perfect way. If you will do those things, then we will achieve or surpass all these things. Then non-available raw materials, first things. For instance, we need raw materials like iron, slags, then other raw materials. In our country, most of the raw materials brought from China. If there is a war situation arises, our industry will not function. For cement, we need most of the raw materials from China and other countries. Now Ukraine, or we are taking uranium from other country. If such things will arise, we will not able to run the industry in a pure and perfect way. Then shortfall of working capital. Certain times working capital, you have not a running capital money. So for this purpose we are making loan, but if one time we are making loan unable to fulfill it, ତାକୁ ଯଦି ନ ସୁଝି ପାରିଲୁ ସେ debt କୁ, ତାପରେ ପଛେ କ'ଣ ହେବ, no fund will arises, then shortfall arises, lacuna arises, lack arises. So definitely it will stands as a barrier. ये ଗୋଟେ କ'ଣ ବାଧକ ହେବ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିର ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ, ଯାହାଫଳରେ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଆସ୍ତେ ଆସ୍ତେ ଦୁର୍ବଳ ହେଇଯିବ। Then labor trouble, definitely if we demand more and more labor, that means in an industry, in any area, we need skilled, semi skilled and unskilled. ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ତିନିଟା ଉପରେ ବେସ୍ କରିଥାଉ। ଯଦି ଏଇ ତିନିଟାର ପରିମାଣ ଠିକ ନ ରହିଲା, then industry will not properly run in a right way. So definitely the sickness, industry ଦୁର୍ବଳ ହେବାକୁ ବସିଥାଏ। Then technical problem, certain times power cut or run any kind of, we are running through the industry with it, not with the modern machinery but with the old things, and definitely it will create a problem. Then it will not run. If it will not run, it will not produce. ଯଦି ଏଟା ଠିକ ରେ ନ ଚାଲିଲା, ସେଇ ହିସାବରେ ପ୍ରଡ୍ୟୁସ୍ କରିପାରିବନି, so it will also create a problem. Then another thing is environmental clearances. Definitely certain times most of the industries now closed. What? Because lack of clearance, they are not giving. ପରିବେଶ department କୁ ସେମାନେ ସେଇ ହିସାବରେ clearance ଦଉନାହାନ୍ତି, but they were doing such things in which the area was completely destroyed. So for this it is also a sign of weakness. Then power shortage, that means industry, if we construct an industry, there must be river or anywhere that hydroelectricity, thermal power plant and a nuclear power plant is essential. But if it is not, ଯଦି ଏଗୁଡ଼ା କିଛି ନଥିବ ତାହେଲେ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଟା ଚାଲିବା ବହୁତ କଷ୍ଟ ହେବ। Then poor infrastructure, as I am telling, we always need every time developed, systematic, scientific, advanced and new generations machines and tools should be installed and implemented. So that's why we can run in the industry in a proper and pure way, and then we are able to avoid the sickness. So in this way, I will give in a nutshell about what the sickness arises. These are the proper reasons for which the industry going to derail or going to decrease or going to diminish. दिन आसिबा ये आस्ते 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 सीखे दुर्बली तार मृत्यु ही मृत्यु in the sense no industry will find. And what happened? It adversely affect to the life and a living style of people, because the people, those who are earning from the industry, but now they are unemployed, they lost their life, everything. So that's why the government, the organization should take proper steps how to check the sickness of industry and how to recover the industry from the sickness, and it will be available for the production or available for the employment generation, available for monetization for the new generation. So please subscribe and share my channel The Right Direction, so that I can upload more videos for the development, improvement and benefit of your career. Thank you all of you.